Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining another Stava session. And today we will be getting into AWS Redshift, and we will go into the high-level overview of it. And today we have Muthusamy joining, and he is a AWS certified practitioner, and he works at HCL, and he is a consultant at there. So he will be walking us through it and how it works and the overview of it. Before we get into the session, I just want to share that the session is recorded. You do not need to record it at your end, and we will share the recording through our YouTube channel. And if you enjoyed today's session, feel free to join our community, and we'll be having more cloud-related and technical-related sessions in our community. And that is all from my end. And session, we can get into the session. Over to Muthusamy.
Thanks, Surag, for the introduction. Participants has joined from different parts of the world, I think, and wish you all a nice day. And let's get into the session. So let me share my screen. Hope it is visible, right? Visible,
Yes.
right? Right. So, guys, this is the topic for today. Amazon Redshift, right? So hope you people, this is going to be a very high level introduction to Amazon Redshift. In this seminar, people who are participating, I assume if you are from data background, it is well and good. If you are not from data background, I will explain the fundamental things about data and let us slowly get into Amazon Redshift, right? So data is the oil, right? And data is the currently the key buzzword in the technology world now, right? Everywhere you go, you deal with data, right? So data, when you talk about data, you cannot avoid talking about data warehouse. So data warehouse is in on-prem, and previously it was in on-prem. After the invention of cloud, they moved to cloud data warehouse as well. So first, let me talk about, give some few things about tips about data warehouse. Data warehouse is a collection of data, right? Large amount of data. Suppose, for example, you take a particular product, for example, any commercial product actually. If you want to build a data warehouse, they should do an analysis like how far this product is sold in a month, and what are the when the product is introduced, in which date the product got sold, in a maximum in a maximum quantity. Those kind of data is stored in the database, in the data warehouse actually. So it basically gives you the insights about the data, right? So it is a collection of data marts. Data mart is the smallest unit, you assume. Data mart is the smallest unit, and a collection of data marts is called as data warehouse. So how a data warehouse is built is, for example, you think that there is a source data and there is a target data actually, right? So source means the data might be coming from different sources. Once we see in the PPT, you can understand actually. So this is, I'm just basically explaining about the fundamentals actually. So just understand this concept. I am explaining in layman terms. So data might come from different sources like RDBMS table or MS Access or Excel, any kind of, or a flat file. So the data might come from different sources. The data will be pulled into the, it is called as ETL actually. How the data warehouse is built is using the ETL, right? So data might come from different sources, and it is used to extract the data from different sources, and it will be transformed actually. Transform means you collect the data from different sources, do a manipulation of the data, transform the data by using arithmetic calculations like addition, multiplication, formula, or any kind of thing you do with the data actually. That is transformation. And finally load the data into the target actually, right? So target is a target might be a table or a flat file, anything. So source might be different sources, but target is a one single target actually where we are loading into the target actually, right? And transformation is doing the manipulation on the data, like doing arithmetic calculations, everything, and loading the data actually, and you build it. So this is called a typical ETL process. The data gets loaded into the target. From the target, using the reporting tool, we can do the business analysis. You might have heard about the reporting tool, traditional tool, ETL tool. Many tools are there in the market. So similarly, there are many reporting tools are there in the market, right? For example, if you talk about Amazon, Amazon is having the reporting part called QuickSight actually, and ETL part is called as AWS Glue. So by using this, they are preparing the data actually, right? They are putting the target data on the target actually. So a data warehouse is built. So this is called data warehouse. On-prem, they used to pull from different sources, from thing, extract data, transform data, load the data to a single target. From the target, it will be using a reporting tool. Final dashboard will be prepared. Dashboard in the sense of like in the form of a tabular column or a graph or a pie chart or anything. So finally, it will be represented. Business users can see the data and analyze the data. They can get business insights. This is what my explanation about a data warehouse. This is happening in on-prem, right? But what is Redshift? Why Redshift actually? Right? So everybody know that nowadays it is a cloud era, right? Cloud for the last cloud era has picked up so many years before. So everybody were talking about cloud. So traditional data warehouse now they moved to the cloud data warehouse. Most of the data warehouses are moving into cloud. So it is called cloud data warehouse. So Amazon has the cloud data warehouse called Amazon Redshift data warehouse actually. So this is my hope you people would have understood. This is like a small introduction about what is a data warehouse and why we talk about cloud data warehouse actually. Traditional data warehouse like on-prem data warehouse has lot of limitations and disadvantages. We will see in our slide about the merits and the advantages of cloud data warehouse. So basically, Amazon Redshift is a cloud data warehouse. So Amazon is AWS, Amazon Web Services leading the cloud market. So my intention is to give you a detailed view about Amazon Redshift. So which is the powerful data warehouse, right? So let's get into the deck now. So we are going to see the introduction to Amazon Redshift, right? How the Redshift, what is the introduction? What is a Redshift? Amazon Redshift is, and the architecture of a Amazon Redshift environment, right? And Redshift, what are the components and how it works? And data warehouse using Amazon Redshift. Benefits of Amazon Redshift and comparison of cloud and traditional data warehouse, right? Pricing and market adoption and similar products and get started, right? So Redshift means like this is the deck introduction we are going to deal with actually. So everybody who are there in this meeting, I told you, explained about data warehouse, ETL, then what is the traditional data warehouse and what is the cloud data warehouse? It is called as Amazon Redshift. Now we are getting into the deck actually. Slowly we are going to see the introduction to Redshift, right? So let's get introduced to Redshift. So Amazon Redshift, right? Which is the topic of today. It is a fully managed petabyte scale data warehouse service in the cloud. Petabyte means it can store enormous amount of, it can scale to a huge extent actually. You can start with a few hundred gigabytes of data and scale up to petabyte. I told you, right? Few hundred with gigabytes, it can scale up to petabyte actually. In traditional data warehouse, you cannot scale. Scaling is a limitation and it is a disadvantage there. It costs a lot of money. This enables to use your data to acquire new insights. I told you, right? After you extract, transform, and load, and from the data, you can acquire new insights. So insights in the sense, with the data, we can analyze the sales of that particular year, month, or a week, or a day, right? So this gives you the business insights for a business and customers. Product released, it is released in October 2012 actually, right? AWS Redshift is a data warehouse product built by Amazon Web Services. It's used for large scale data storage analysis. It is used for, I told you, large scale petabyte, right? Storage and analysis, and is used to perform large database migrations. It is also used to perform large database migrations actually. Customer use Amazon RDS database primarily for online transaction processing, OLTP. RDS is primarily used for OLTP process workloads, while Amazon Redshift is primarily used for reporting and analytics. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry about OLTP, OLAP, these things. If you are from data background, you must have clearly understood OLTP is online transaction processing. OLAP is analytical online processing. Analytical online processing actually. Online analytical processing. So Redshift, we'll concentrate on Redshift, right? It is primarily used for reporting and analytics. How do you analyze the data and how you report the data? Final reporting the data for end user representation actually, right? So that is called reporting and analytics. So hope you would have understood the introduction to Redshift. You have to keep in mind Redshift is a petabyte scale data warehouse. It's used to store large amount of data, and it is used for reporting and analytics. This much you can remember, right? So with further slides, you will come to know the detailed part actually. Guys, this is not a very big deep dive. It is only a high level introduction of Amazon Redshift. It gives you the basic knowledge. You must have heard or you must not have heard about it. For the people who are present here, it might be a new topic or you must have already gone through it. So I am just, if you are already gone through it, make it as a refresher. If you have not gone through it, please concentrate and listen to it so that it will be a good piece of knowledge for you to explore, right? So it is only a high level overview. It's not the deep dive or a technical part actually, or sorry, technical hands-on here. It is just let you know about the product actually and what is a data warehouse and what are the components of Redshift actually. This is the prime motto behind this session. So hope you understood this. With this, I move to the next slide. So you see here, this is how the architecture of a Redshift environment looks like. You have client application, you have JDBC, ODBC, leader node and compute node and node slices. So this is how a typical data warehouse cluster will look like. So people just understand this, keep in mind, every time you have client server architecture, you know client, right? You'll give a request to the server and it will go to the server, you will get the response and will put the request back to you and will fetch the response and put the response back to the client applications. Similarly here, this is the pictorial representation. So with this further slide, I will explain more about the architecture of Redshift. So hope this is just to keep you understand actually. This is how a pictorial representation of a data warehouse cluster of Redshift looks like. So you should understand a leader node, compute node, and node slices actually, right? That's it. Okay. So this is first part is client applications like SQL client BA tools, right? Clusters, leader node actually. Leader node is the main node which used to receive request from the client applications or through JDBC, ODBC request, right? The request will come to the leader node. It will process the request and it will send to the compute nodes actually. Okay. So it is simple SQL endpoint. It stores the leader node stores the metadata. It automates the query plan, coordinates query execution. Coordinates the query plan sentence. The query is given to the leader node. It automates the query plan and sends it to the compute nodes. The compute nodes will will do the data things actually, and it will give the reply back to the leader node. From the leader node, it will back to through JDBC, ODBC connections. It will go to the BI tools actually, right? So it will coordinate query execution. So compute nodes actually. So compute nodes is here. Here the major advantage of the major advantage of Redshift is like columnar storage actually. So for example, typically in RDBMS, serial number, employee name, and salary. So these are the three columns: serial number, employee name, employee department, salary, right? The one row will be stored as one block actually in typical RDBMS. But in columnar storage, serial number, which is in one column, will be taken as one block. Instead of taking the entire row as one block will be considered as the entire column, which is of the similar data type actually. So this is one of the biggest advantage of Redshift, columnar storage. When you talk about Redshift, what you have to keep in mind is columnar storage. So rows are stored, columns are blocks are stored in a column wise actually. So it is used for what I mean to say is like faster retrieval of the same data type. IO operations are typically reduced actually. If you store the columns of same data type, you can retrieve it fastly instead of row storage, which will have different data types. Unlike the columnar storage, will be having the same data type actually. Same data type is serial number or a department number or employee salary or employee name. Employee name must be stored in a single column actually, right? That can be considered as a single block instead of a row storage actually. So the basic advantage is columnar storage. If you talk about Redshift, you should keep in mind leader node, compute node, and node slices actually. Node slices are not represented here. You have to keep in mind these things actually. And you have to keep in mind the columnar storage, which is one of the biggest advantage of Redshift. So parallel and distributed execution of all. Massive parallel processing, right? Massive parallel processing is one of the biggest advantage. Queries, loads, backups, and restores, right? So here you have two types of nodes actually. One is dense storage and another is dense compute. Dense storage is HDD and dense compute is SSD. All right. When you talk about the nodes, this is called as HDD and SSD, right? And RA3. RA3 is the third type actually, which has the combination of both HDD and SSD. So, for example, in this picture, you are seeing a leader node. So, in a single environment, in a single tier environment, the same leader node acts as a leader node and compute node actually. In a multi-node, there will be a single leader node and there will be multiple compute nodes actually, right? So the biggest advantage is I am reiterating again to keep your, I am saying it again, so that it will register in your mind actually. So Amazon Redshift is a data warehouse. It is a cloud data warehouse. It is used to store petabyte scale of data. It is used for reporting and analytics. It has leader node, compute nodes, columnar data. Columnar storage is one of the advantage of Redshift, and massive parallel processing. It is one of the another advantage of things. Then when you talk about nodes, there are two type of nodes actually: dense storage and dense compute. Okay, so these are the two types of nodes actually. So hope you would have understood. Just listen to it actually. Okay, once you complete my session, if you go home and go through the topics, you must have understood the basic fundamentals. It will create curiosity to learn more about data, right? So data, you must have heard about in the job market, data engineers are most wanted, right? So it is very attractive field actually. Data engineering is most attractive field. It's the most wanted field. Those who are listening to my session, if you are not heard about data, so hope you are in a good place. You are in the right place to learn and listen to the data topic. That too in Amazon, that too about Amazon Redshift data warehouse. Go through it. You will get plenty of job opportunities are there, and you can enrich your knowledge. But if you are already in data, you are using on-prem data. So it is a new thing like a cloud data warehouse. So it is one of the new advantage actually, right? Okay. So this is one of the new advantage for you people to know more on cloud data warehouse. Okay. So hope this much explanation would have given you the basic idea behind the my what is a Redshift data warehouse, what are the components, what are the nodes, two type of nodes, dense storage and dense compute, RA3 and three type of nodes actually, right? So fine. With this, I am moving to the next slide. So this is how a pictorial representation, once you log into the AWS console, go to the Redshift console with it will look like actually. In the picture in this side, it's showing the different components here. This is the typical table actually. You can change connection to a different database. You can give connection to a different database actually. This is the table representation actually, right? Fine. So benefits of Amazon Redshift. With this, hold on a second. Yeah. Now we are going to see what are the benefits. Why? Why we are going for Amazon Redshift? Compare like on-prem is there. Why we are going for cloud data warehouse? So what are the benefits of this actually? Columnar data storage. I told you, right? This is one of the biggest advantage. Row column wise the data is stored actually. And then massive parallel processing. The data are processed parallelly. It is fast and inexpensive. Compared to on-prem, this cloud data warehouse Amazon Redshift is not that much expensive. It is less expensive actually. Okay, it is very fast. It can scale up to petabytes. Faster query performance on data sets ranging in size from gigabytes to petabytes. Concurrency scaling. Concurrently, it can scale. It can query the faster query performance size ranging from GBs to petabytes actually. Another advantage is zone maps. Reduce the amount of IO needed to perform queries, right? So zone maps is used to reduce the amount of IO to perform queries. Integration with machine learning, right? You can integrate Redshift, Amazon Redshift with machine learning. And security is inbuilt here actually. No issues. And efficient storage and high performance query processing. It can store data efficiently and high performance query processing. Amazon Redshift enforces these limits for databases. Okay. So it has some limitations for databases, right? The limitations are maximum of 60 user defined databases per cluster. Maximum of 127 bytes for a database name. Redshift, it is a PaaS. Hope you understand about the PaaS. PaaS is platform as a service. Redshift is a platform actually. Okay, platform as a service model actually. Hope you understood. These are the benefits of Amazon Redshift. Why we, compared to the on-prem, why we are going for Amazon Redshift. Alright. With this, let me move to the next slide. So here, data warehouse using Redshift here actually. Okay. So I will explain here in this process. If you are not familiar about data, you just understand whatever I am saying. Amazon S3 is nothing but storage place actually to store data. Okay. Amazon Athena is to query the data. If the data is present in some place in S3, S3 is a place to store the data, right? Amazon Athena is to query the data, right? And it from S3 it will go to a data pipeline, EMR cluster. So from there it will come to Amazon Redshift, right? Amazon Redshift, QuickSight it is a reporting tool actually. Right, I told you first in data warehouse I explained you na ETL data is loaded to the target from the target using the reporting tool. you can finally represent the data to the end users, right? From data warehouse, you can pull the data, right? Similarly, from S3, it is going to a data pipeline, EMR cluster. From there, it goes to Amazon Redshift. From Redshift, using the reporting tool QuickSight, right? You can able to deliver the data to the end users actually. So this is how a typical data warehouse using a Redshift is explained here actually. So hope in a high level, it might not be understandable to you first time if you are seeing the slide, but later on if you do more and more homework on this, you can able to understand the concepts very clearly. Okay, good. So let me move on to next slide. So hope this is the pictorial representation of the data warehouse using Amazon Redshift. Okay, so with this pictorial representation, you must have heard more about the Amazon Redshift. Amazon Redshift here present is the data warehouse. Okay, where the data is stored for analytical purpose. Here from S3, after analysis, storing the data. Here raw data is present here. From here it is going to pipeline from EMR cluster. From Athena, we are querying the data and putting the data to QuickSight actually. This is what data warehouse using Amazon Redshift would look like actually. Okay. So this is the typical representation of a data warehouse using Amazon Redshift. So deploying Redshift data warehouse on AWS. How do you put S3 on Redshift on AWS actually, on data warehouse on AWS. So you have internet, you have SQL client, you have users actually, right? You have the region availability zones. So each and everything, I am understanding that, I am thinking that you people are familiar about the AWS terms. What is VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, Amazon S3 bucket, and Redshift. Redshift is the main focus here actually. This picture shows you deploy a data warehouse on Redshift on AWS. Fine. So this is how a pictorial representation look like. Now, actually, I should have explained this in the first itself. I have kept it for the best for the last one. So what is cloud data warehouse and what is traditional data warehouse? Comparison. Okay. So comparison of this. For example, it is easy to deploy and manage actually, right? Cloud data warehouse, cloud data on-prem, everybody in this meeting would have understood what is on-prem and what is cloud. So previously, before the evolution of cloud, the data warehouse was on traditional data warehouse on-prem. So what is the disadvantage? They have overcome in cloud. So in traditional data warehouse, it was difficult to deploy and manage actually. Okay. But in cloud data warehouse, it is easy to deploy and manage. Because cloud is able to deploy and manage, it will take care of all the things for you. But in traditional thing, we have to deploy it and we have to manage it actually. Okay. Very expensive. Traditional data house is very expensive. Cloud is very less requirement. Always keep in mind when you go for cloud, it is used to for cost purpose actually. It is used to bring down your cost actually. That is why we are going for cloud. Pay as you go model. Pay for the services whichever you are using and pay as you go model. Traditional data warehouse is very expensive because it scaling of, for example, you are pulling the data from different sources, right? So it might scale to different n number of machines, n number of sources. So it is very expensive to scale it and these things. You have to maintain a lot of resources for it. But cloud takes care of it automatically, right? So less expensive. Cloud is very less expensive. That is why all the enterprises are going for cloud data warehouse. But traditional data warehouse is very expensive. Okay. So, and cloud data, it cannot be integrated with machine learning and data science. Traditional data warehouse, you cannot integrate with machine learning and data science. It is very, very complicated process actually. But if you with the cloud data warehouse, it helps you to identify business trends, make future predictions with machine learning, data science, and AI. Okay. So that is one of the main advantage actually. High performance. Cloud data warehouse gives, it is very fast actually. On-prem it is very slow compared to cloud data warehouse. I told you auto scaling is scaling in the number of machines depending upon your request, depending upon your need. Scaling uh, is auto scaling is enabled here actually. Okay, but in traditional data warehouse, auto scaling is not enabled. That is the disadvantage actually. Okay, pulling reports, build reports, pulling anything you want to know from multiple data sources. I told you now, data will be collected from different data sources. So building the reports from pulling anything, building reports, pulling anything you want to know from multiple data sources, it is an advantage actually. Track data and performance across your organization with mixed load analysis. Okay. Track your data and performance across your organization with mixed load. So traditional data warehouse, it is spiraling cost. Cost is, it is huge actually. All the businesses incur lot of cost actually if you use traditional data warehouse. Cloud data warehouse is nothing but Amazon Redshift. Okay, it is called, there are a lot of data warehouses are there, but in Amazon world, we have a Redshift called Amazon Redshift. Okay, primarily what services you should know about along with Amazon Redshift is, you should know about what is S3, simple storage service, what is Amazon Athena, what is AWS Glue, ETL part, and QuickSight, which is a reporting tool. So all these things you should know about when you are dealing with the data warehouse actually. So traditionally speaking, this on-prem is very expensive, very what I mean to say is like very tough to scale. The scaling is enabled here in cloud data warehouse automatically. So these are the advantages. Hope you people would have understood the concepts actually, but try to remember the buzzwords. I am keep on saying once again, if you are in data, if you are in on-prem, this gives you a basic awareness about cloud data warehouse. And if you are not at all into data, it gives you the fundamentals, which I explained to you in the initial part of my session. It gives you the fundamentals for data. So data engineering nowadays, it is the very attractive field. Lot of data engineers are there in the market actually. So lot of data engineer is always wanted. With this knowledge, you can explore and you can able to self-learn yourself. Make this as an entry point, my session, and try to build lot of knowledge on your own. Lot of resources are available in the net actually online. Make use of it. Okay. And try to acquire knowledge. It is very high time. So now AI also came into the market now. Lot of AI also incorporated into the things actually. So make use of this opportunity in this session. Try to understand what is a data warehouse and what is a cloud data warehouse. What are the advantages like in Amazon Redshift, we have columnar storage, massive parallel processing, and we have two types of nodes. One is leader node and another is called as compute nodes, that is node slices. Okay, these are the things actually. So you have to keep in mind when you are dealing dense storage and dense compute and RA3. These are three different types of nodes actually. So all these buzzwords try to remember and keep in your mind before you explore about cloud actually. Let us have the Q&A and the last actually. So I want to see yourself as a successful data engineer, right? So data engineering is very attractive field actually. Okay. So next slide. So we want to see about the pricing actually. So we have seen the advantages of benefits. What are the advantages cloud data warehouse over traditional data warehouse, components of Redshift, everything, right? Now we are seeing about the pricing. Okay. With Amazon Redshift, you can start small at $0.25 per hour. Okay, they are charging only 0.25 per hour and scale up to petabytes of data and thousands of concurrent users. Choose what is right for your business needs with the ability to grow storage without over provisioning compute or storage. With provisioned Amazon Redshift, you can choose on-demand instances and pay for a database by the hour with no long-term commitment or upfront fees, or choose reserved instances for additional savings. Alternatively, Amazon Redshift serverless allows you to pay for usage by automatically starting up, shutting down, and scaling capacity up or down based on your application needs. So you pay only for capacity consumed while processing the load. Okay. So another advantage is serverless. Serverless is you don't have to worry about the servers. You don't have to worry about the manage. How do you manage? How do you deploy? Everything will be taken care in the background by Amazon itself, Amazon Redshift itself actually. So it is serverless actually. So this is one of the main advantage. So pricing part, they are charging only 0.25 per hour and you can grow to 2 petabytes actually. So if you are using dense storage, dense compute, SSD, you can scale from 160 gigabytes to 326 terabytes actually. If you are using dense storage, HDD, you can scale from 2 terabytes to 2 petabytes actually. So this is the pricing. Okay. So mainly pricing what you are looking at actually is like I told you, right? In traditional data warehouse, it is very expensive. So lot of machines, lot of things you have to handle on-prem, you have to buy, you have to spend money. But when you are talking about pricing here, everything will cloud will take care. You have to pay for the service only, right? That is the main advantage. TCO, total cost of ownership, right? And the pricing, that is the biggest advantage. Not only in data, everywhere we are going for cloud. Okay, so Amazon Redshift is like 0.25 per hour. This is the pricing model actually, right? So with this pricing, they are giving you the services, right? Fine. So this is what pricing we dealt about actually. So and we talked about cloud, right? Amazon Redshift, right? There are a lot of different products that are available in the market similar to Amazon Redshift. What are they? What are those? What are they? So it is just one data solution on the market competing with the following products. First thing is Azure Synapse Analytics. Okay. From Azure, there is a similar product called Azure Synapse Analytics, formerly known as Microsoft Azure SQL Data Warehouse. This is also one of the cloud data warehouse actually, but it is from Azure. And another big competitor is Snowflake actually. Okay. If you heard about Snowflake, it is another thing. And another thing is SAP Business Warehouse. Okay. And another thing is Google BigQuery. So these are the uh, similar products which are available in the market. Okay. So out of this, we are dealing with Amazon Redshift, which is very, very, very effectively used by all the enterprises. So Amazon Redshift is the primarily used data warehouse actually. So all the enterprises in the data world have started many years ago. It started Amazon Redshift. So it is a high time you should know about Redshift and its components actually and make use of the advantage. Okay. So before ending this slide, actually, I want to say another part actually. What is this? There is a certification called Amazon Certified Data Engineer Associate. Okay. Amazon Certified Data Engineering Associate. This is the certification from AWS. It deals not only with Amazon Redshift. You should know about the data engineering part. You should know what is S3. You should know Glue. You should know Athena. You should know QuickSight. So combinedly all together, it is called as a data engineering part actually. In this, we have seen as one part only, Amazon Redshift data warehouse only we have seen. So after studying everything, preparing this, if you write the exam, it is called as Amazon Data Engineering Associate actually. Okay. So you can, with this, you can prepare yourself for the certificate. If you are certified in Amazon Data Engineering Associate, you can become a successful data engineer. You are the one of the most wanted people for the enterprises. Okay, you will get job very quickly. Okay, so this is what I want to explain. Second thing, I am concluding this with Amazon Redshift. So we will have the Q&A at the final. I have another few more topics actually to cover. Few more things. This is in regards to the AWS actually. So people in this crowd, you must have listening to me. I am talking about data topic, right? So Amazon Redshift. So I am promoting AWS in various cloud platforms. Thanks for Stayav to giving me an opportunity. I have previously presented a lot of sessions in Stayav, and thanks Surag for giving me an opportunity to present AWS Redshift here, Amazon Redshift here, and I am promoting AWS in many cloud platforms. So with this, I am the AWS community builder for data for the last 4 years continuously. Okay, so let me explain to you about what is a data warehouse, what is red, what is so community builders actually. Okay, so I will encourage people who are sitting here to become a community builder. So I think this 2026 application is over now. So this program is for people who promote cloud actually. You can be a community builder in any area. I am in data. Okay. So I am in data background. I am promoting data topics to all the enterprises. So Amazon community builder data. How the Amazon shaped my life actually. Who is a community builder? All right. Are individuals passionate about Amazon who actively contribute to the AWS community by creating content, sharing knowledge and engage with other users actually. Okay. So this is what, and I am going, this is my LinkedIn profile actually. Okay. So I am a AWS community builder in data actually, data topic. Whomever want to get connected with me in LinkedIn, you can connect to me. And this is my, if you go here, you can go to my link tree. You can see here how many certificates I have completed here. This is I am a community builder since 2022. So this is my portfolio side. I am a community builder. So these are my achievements actually. So you can get connected in my link tree and these things actually. So what I mean to say is like you try to be a community builder. You should know about what is AWS community builders. Community builders program is from AWS. It is for the people who are passionate about cloud and AWS, and you start promoting AWS. And if you want to become a AWS community builder in a data background, you should be proficient with Redshift, Glue, Athena, QuickSight. Okay. So with this, I'm concluding. And if you see here, this is my contact details. Okay. And you can WhatsApp me these things actually. So let's open the floor for Q&A. If you have any questions, please ask me. Guys, let us make use of this opportunity to have questions. Hope I have explained more on cloud actually. Yeah, Redshift. If you have doubts, please unmute yourself and ask questions. It is not a big elaborative deep dive sessions. It is only the high level overview. I have explained about Redshift and its components. and explained about AWS Community Builders Program and give you an introduction on data warehouse, ETL and everything. Guys, don't feel shy or something. What are your questions on your mind? Please ask actually. We got another 10 more minutes to go. Let us make use of this opportunity to have the Q&A. Any doubts? Please unmute and ask. You don't have doubts? Everybody understood what I have said? So I got another question for the people in the audience. Can you raise your hands who are from data background here actually? If you are not unmuting and saying, at least you can raise your hands. You are from data background actually. Please raise your hands. Okay, Sasika Dhananjaya. Very good. So is it useful for you, Sasika? Have you heard about AWS Redshift previously, or this is the first time you are listening? You can put it in chat also, or you unmute and inform.
I heard about that before, but now I can understand perfectly how's performing contemporary data engineering.
Very good. Sasika, you are from which part of the world?
Sorry, sir. Please give me a quick second. I can.
Sorry?
I didn't hear that.
No, you are from which place?
I'm from Sri Lanka, sir.
Oh, Sri Lanka. Very good. So you are a data engineer previously, or you are trying to become a data engineer now?
I am now undergraduate. I'm becoming data engineering for like cybersecurity side, trying to
Right,
be.
right. So Sasika, I can assure you with this knowledge, are you a AWS community builder?
Uh, yes, sir.
You are a AWS community builder, is it?
Yeah.
Hello? Very good, very good, very good. So you are in which thing you are in a AWS community builder? Which topic?
I'm.
Hello? Okay. So anyway, fine, Sasika. This session is hope this session will be useful for you actually. So with this knowledge, you can build more things on AWS Redshift, and you can clear the AWS Data Engineering Associate exam actually. Thanks, Sasika, for putting your questions actually. So thanks, Sasika, for unmuting and talking to me. Apart from Sasika, can other people, you can raise your hands. This is the first time you are hearing data warehouse, cloud data warehouse. Please raise your hand. Please raise your hands actually. Please raise your hands. Other people, please raise your hands actually. This is the first time you are hearing about Amazon Redshift. Areen Isa Al Mus and Iman Hazini, Vinod Lakmal, Saraswati Timshina, Sohail Rana. So anybody, La, guys, please unmute. This is the platform. We got another 9 more minutes to wind up this session. Make use of this opportunity. Gaining knowledge is something different. You must be having a different perspective on your mind. Now it is time to clarify your doubts actually. Make use of this opportunity. Say me anything you can ask actually. Sam, is this the first time you are listening about to cloud data warehouse, data engineering? Any questions, guys? Any doubts? Any questions? Please unmute yourself and ask your questions. So fine. So hope I think nobody is having any doubts, any questions actually. So thanks for the opportunity, Stayava and Suraj, to talk in the international audience actually. I think people from different countries here. and I am excited to deliver this session and hope my session would have been an awareness for you people. I hope to see many people into the data engineering part, future data engineers from AWS here. I wish them all good luck and thanks for the opportunity, Surak, actually. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharman, for joining us as well and sharing all your knowledge. And we were discussing about the next session as well, right? You can let them know that another session is also coming up on the AWS topic.
Yeah. So stay tuned actually after May or something like I have covered Redshift. I am planning to cover Glue, Athena, QuickSight. So these are the another topics on data background actually. Today we have covered Redshift, right? So the remaining topics are Glue, Athena, QuickSight. Glue, Athena, QuickSight. So these are the other topics in the data background. I will cover this in the in future sessions actually. Please stay tuned. My sessions are very high level overview. It creates enthusiasm for you people to be an aspiring data engineer. I am promoting AWS for you people. If you have doubts, if you need mentorship for becoming AWS community builder and a data topic, you can contact me anytime in my LinkedIn profile and stay tuned for the future sessions in Stayav. Thank you. Thank you, Suran. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. And if you're looking for certificate of participation for the today's session, feel free to check out the chat box. I have shared the link to the form. You can fill it out and we will send it out by the end of the day. Okay. Thank you everyone. And if you're not in the community, make sure you join the community and follow Muthusamy as well for his updates. Thank you
Thank
and
you all.
have a great Sunday.
Yeah, have a great Sunday. Thank you all. Thank you.